Welcome, I am Adri Gregan, and I am back for more My Hero Academia, the final season, episode 2. Last episode was half recap, but half, frankly, Bones showing what they're about to put out this season. It was quite amazing. Even though it was only really half an episode, it was the animation they had, especially for the Hagakure Aoyama fight, was a lot more than I was expecting. And already the things that they've added to the All Might versus All for One fight is just blowing me away. So I cannot wait to see what's going to happen next. I'm incredibly excited. I mentioned this in my last video, but I am a manga reader. At least through this episode and probably through the next, I'm decently familiar with what happened in the manga. But after that, I will be not blind, but I haven't read it since it actually came out in the manga. So it's been a while. So it'll be almost a pseudo new reaction as we move forward later on into the season. But for now, I am familiar with what's going to happen. I have seen screenshots floating around. I assume that's the cliffhanger they're going to leave us on, and we're not actually going to get what I'm looking forward to. But either way, from the preview and from what we've seen, I am incredibly excited for what's in store. Now, as for this actual video, similar to the last one, I am going to have a link in the description for the full uncut reaction. On YouTube, there will be an edited reaction. It will still be full length, but obviously I'll have to edit the sound and block a lot of the visuals just because copyright is apparently an absolute beast for this season, probably because it's currently ongoing. Other than that, yeah, go ahead, click the link in the description if you want. Stick around if not. Either way, let's get into My Hero Academia, the final season, episode 2. It's time to really get into this season. Toshinori. And his mom in the opening. Anpanman. Wow. Walking down his path. The lights of all the people he's impacted. Oh no, his memories, huh? All the good memories he's made. Despite all the pain he's endured. This is gonna be intense. This is gonna be a lot. I'm sorry, I'm done. Such a good song, the Revo. The Revolution of the Mind. It really is the perfect opening for this final season. It really, truly is. Rest in peace, can't stop twinkling. You will be missed. Jeez. He is not in a good way. Oof. But then the interloper. Let's see it, Stain. Let's see what you got. Ugh. Still way too detailed of a tongue, but whatever. Dozens of minutes earlier. Not a phrase I've seen before, but okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because Stain was here. Now we're going to see him making his way over. It's so great how they gave Stain, how Horikoshi gave Stain this like final moment here, this little bit of closure here, when it really wasn't necessary. He really didn't have to. They don't like actually interact at all, but it's all about those little things, you know? It's all about those little moments where everything goes full circle. Yeah. This is also trailer music. Can't wait for this full OST to come out. One way to find out. My amputated nose, jeez. Just like season 3, huh? Where Yuga fired into the air during the training, the provisional license exam. Once again, can't stop twinkling. Can't stop bringing in the clutch allies to your side. Yeah. The man who lives in the shadows. This was such good conversation, too. I know I've already commented on it before, but I need this OST to come out like yesterday. I need to hear it in its full glory. Yup. Bloodlet. Ugh. Disgusting. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ugh. Even his quirks are glowing. That is a horrifying face. And he wipes the blood away like that. Oh. Ha. Oh, yeah, All Might can take that with his armor, but Stain. Jeez. Stain's quirk really is a, no pun intended, a double-edged blade, huh? Like, it's so broken on a 1v1, it just, in most cases, just ends the fight. But if it can't end the fight, he just loses, basically. He's skilled, don't get me wrong. He's really skilled, but against people like these, just, what can you even do? Oh. His whole world refining down to All Might. Hard to watch. Stupid laser. Oh. Can't go beyond my butt. Heracles is such a real one. Why did that get me emotional? What the heck? If I didn't know any better, I think I haven't watched this before. Oh. Oh. These visuals are beautiful. Nothing left. No. All Might's left. Yagi Toshinori is left. But is that enough? Oh. Uraraka in season 2, dragging herself across the. Oh. Oh. Chills. Twices are starting to go away. Yeah. Oh my god, she had her own strafe panzer. I wonder if she got the idea from Bakugo. The visuals they use for just to show that fight, that clash from a distance, it's so simple, but so effective. Yeah. And I'll regain control. Oh, literally dragging himself because he doesn't have any use of his lower body. Over the mountains. Oh my god, the visual is so good. Goes so hard. But don't get in my way. Shigaraki's incredible. I love him so much. He's looking like his old self. Old, new self. Whatever. Right. Bait. These midcards are so cool. I'm fanboying over the stupidest things, the littlest things, but I don't care. It's the littlest things that make me happy. They're still recording. Yeah. Hey, Zuku, you dropped something. So screwed up. Feels like it's been forever since we've seen Deku animated. Not kind of the trailers, of course. Oh, sadistic smile. Yeah. Oh, a horrible sight. I mean, we all knew it would happen, right? No one actually believed he'd be able to defeat All for One, but it's one thing knowing it, it's another thing to see it. Hold it back. Come on. Those tears aren't a bug. They're a feature that shows he cares. Oh. The hard lines on the outline. It's hard to watch. All the little screens of his past, like all going into the thing that becomes him, all coming to the center, all merging together. Silence. My God. Right, the final fight. When he lost her. Oh, my heart. Oh, my God. The fact that we see his eyes in these flashbacks now. It's not about her, it's about the torch she held. Just like the flashbacks in Season 7, right? Exactly like it, in the exact same pose, yeah. Just like with the number 2. The second wielder. It's all about these insects that are insignificant. Jeez. Yeah. Insanity. Blood curdle. Great. Now he's gonna have flashbacks. Now he's gonna have Endeavor and I forgot what I was gonna say all of a sudden. Anyways, as I was saying, now he's gonna have All Might and Endeavor haunting him in his dreams. Gentle. Oh, wow. Oh, God. Sorry, man, you're working overtime. Danjiro Tobata. Danjiro, is that the first time we've seen his full name? Probably not, but... Oh, no. Not the Americans! Yeah. Oh, he's watching. Agpar. Yeah. Bringing back this track is crazy. One of the best OSTs early on in the show, season 3. So powerful. Crazy. That translation is crazy. Whole world watching. Just like in their first match, right? With the exact same music playing. I guess this was the episode before. Gran Torino. The ecstasy. Oh. The insanity of the light coming from his eyes. Oh. And now he's gonna break out. Someone. And there it is. That was beautiful. Oh, with the ashes. Oh. There he is. Awake. The end of an era. Oh my god, the chills. Holy phew. Them two running ahead, carrying on his legacy. Oh my god, they're adding so much to this. And the card and the beginning. What is this OST? In his eyes? His energy is like water droplets. And the beginning. ED! Oh, ED reaction. I have not seen this yet. Oh, the card. Oh. I love how it's the Notebook. It's gonna be the whole show, isn't it? I love this, the artistic remaking of all these different iconic scenes. Oh, and the transitions between each one is... Yes! Season 6. Everyone. Oh. They're like dancing. And it comes off. Oh! Save that little boy. Oh, the animation. Oh my god. Yeah. Last boss. Oh, I know exactly where this next episode ends. So, like I said before, I've read the manga. I know what's going to happen. In fact, I'm pretty sure I know exactly what next episode's going to contain, beginning to end. With that title, I'm all but certain I know where it's going to end, and it might be one of the best episodes of the show, but being a manga reader, obviously I knew from seeing season 7 that Bones would blow it out of the park. That this would be incredible. The adaptation would go hard. All the trailers pointed to it. The opening pointed to it. So I expected to be blown away. I expected I might even get close to crying at some point, maybe at the end of it. But I didn't think that I would be literally stunned speechless, except for maybe the finale, the grand finale of the show. Clearly, I haven't learned my lesson when it comes to underestimating Studio Bones. I'm trying to think, and I'm just stunned. We'll go through the whole episode as we go in order, but first, I need to look at this ED really quickly. I'm probably gonna have to block this off because showing any amount, even muted, turns off makes the copyright go crazy. So I'll probably just block it, but I just need to play this because this is incredible. This is almost without a doubt my favorite ED of the show. The opening is still kind of up in the air. Season 3, episode 1, I think Odd Future is still currently my favorite opening. I think is the best opening of My Hero. But this is special. The fact that, obviously the notebook that he drew in, but the fact that there's this hand-drawn rendition, I guess, of all these iconic moments in the show with these beautiful transitions between each of them. As the transitions are as smooth as the animation itself. And the fact that it's not fan service, right? This isn't showing the climaxes themselves, right? Look at this. Obviously there's this. Obviously these are important moments. These are when he's punching. This is the climax. This is just school. That wasn't the climax. That suplex was the end of the lead-up episode to their actual fight. That suplex. they wanted to show the climax, they would have shown him punching upwards, but this was the significant moment, right? This was the defining moment, even if it wasn't the actual climax of the fight. And then here, obviously the climax is All Might versus Nomu. Nomu's not even here. It's him going to save All Might, because this isn't fan service. This isn't let's go through the show and give the crowd their hype moments. This is let's go through the show and find all the moments that meant the most to Deku. All the moments that meant the most. Right there, that's literally the scene when he's Kimi no chikara janai ka. It's your power, isn't it? Because that's more important than their actual clash. Here, him learning and with the microwave rather than actually having the realization of full cowling, because this is more important. It's the process, it's the microwave, and it's him realizing how much more he has to learn, which was the most important part of this. Here, obviously, he comes in and he shows how much he's learned from full cowling, full cowl, however you want to call it. It shows how much he's learned from full cowl because, yeah, and then he goes in his blind spot and punches him. I mean, I think like it's an episode and a half until the actual climax of the fight, but I love the Japanese, the subtitles here. The subtitles for the song, they're also in like that drawn out format. That's great. Oh, it's so smooth, and he comes in too. Here, this is the moment that like really made me realize that this made it stand out to me. Obviously, the climax here, the moment that everyone loves, the moment that turned a lot of people into My Hero Academia fans, probably. The moment that sold me personally on My Hero Academia, the anime, was when he did his 1,000,000% smash, right? That's actually when I switched from the dub to the sub, because I felt kind of lackluster. I'd been watching the dub up until this point, and it felt kind of lackluster to me. So I went back and I listened to the sub, and I watched the sub of this episode, and it left me speechless. So after that, I switched to the sub, and I pretty much never looked back. I'm not going to get into a dub sub rant here. It's a whole nother thing. These videos are long enough as is, but obviously this, like, the 1,000,000% is the climax, right? It's the big moment. But this, where he says, run away, someone will come soon, it's okay, daijoubu, as he makes his stand, that's the defining moment of this. You're next speaks for itself. Those two fighting together. Yeah. Again, they're not in the air. It's not their actual clash. It's first him beating on him, and then I won't be a punching bag. Obviously, saving Eri. Oh, the transitions between these are so good. Oh, yep. Oh, the tracking, where he is in each one, saving Eri, not beating Overhaul. I'm going to go out and say it. I love this arc, by the way. Season, God, I'm trying to keep in check. The season's the festival arc, season 4, the second arc, I believe. This was honestly one of my favorite arcs. Unironically, genuinely, it's one of my favorite arcs, like from beginning to end as the arcs go. This one was incredible to me. I don't think this is easily top 10, if not top 5 of like episodes, this episode that they're showing here, that like actually made me tear up, and I keep coming back and I get emotional every time I just think about it. It's just so well done, so brilliant. And there's no action here, right? The defining moment here is after his battle, as he sees those two together. Because this is the first one, right? This is the first crack in his viewpoint. In his fight against Nagant, this is he has the admittedly somewhat trite, somewhat what's the word? A little cheesy of the line of I've learned the world isn't black and white. Most of it's gray, and like obviously like anyone who's gone through one or two heroes' journeys, who's heard any sort of platitudes, who's been in school really has heard about the world isn't black and white, it's gray, right? It's such a common saying that people make parodies of it because they know everyone understands the reference. But that was cheesy on its own, but it was like the significance of it, right? It was Deku realizing that heroes do not equal good, villains do not equal bad, right? And this was the start of it. It was Gentle and Nagant that really, in the Vigilante arc, that got him really thinking and got him reflecting back on the world. And it's going to be that which connects him to Shigaraki, right? How's he going to save Shigaraki? The first step is connecting, right? I'm not going to go into any spoilers. I like keeping this spoiler free, and if you're an anime only, I'd rather be able to share my thoughts and share my appreciation with the show without telling you to wait for the show to be done and come back here. But no spoilers, but just looking at it, the first way to save Shigaraki is to understand him, right? To relate to him, to empathize, to tell him your way of viewing the world, your experiences, your life, your perspective is not wrong. You are not wrong in thinking this way. And thanks to people like Gentle, thanks to people like Lady Nagant, he can say that to Shigaraki and mean it. He can say it firmly and say, I understand that you're frustrated with the system. It's not perfect. It's not just that the world's not black and white. There's so much gray that you can't even tell what's black and what's white anymore, right? You can't even tell if there are ends of the spectrum anymore because it's so blurry at this point. And it's that empathizing that will be the first link in trying to do the seemingly impossible task of saving someone like Shigaraki. And this fight, again, it's after the fight when he's standing there watching. And when he has the chance to expose Gentle Criminal's scheme, he doesn't. He says, we had a fight, but it's all good now. Because he realizes that he's not a bad guy. Then he turns around and starts moving. This is basically just taken from the opening, where they're all chasing after Endeavor. And it's really cool that that also leads right into here, because this is also where he starts learning about Black Whip, right? This is where he really starts getting the hang of it. He starts getting the hang of Black Whip, and then Black Whip goes into basically immediately after that when he has to use it. And his fight in season 6. Oh, it's beautiful. And then he gets murky because the world gets murky as he's still lying down, unable to get up, meeting all the people, the successors. And this is really interesting. I like how this is a change in tone in the ED. How it's no longer him walking around. Now it's kind of, he's blocked off because he's kind of closing himself off. And the spotlight goes to other people. Because before it was going through the show, going through these different moments, the defining moments for him, right? But now it's this arc. He doesn't have defining moments himself. This time it's the defining moments of other people that influence him. I mean, really just Lady Nagant here, but yeah. Him trying to save her and then being thrown away because of All for One. Turning away as All Might's trying to help him. And then finally it's revealed, the mask goes up when Class 1A is there, and a young girl's declaration, right? One of the best episodes of the show also. I don't need to explain why this is so impactful, why this is here. And then people helping, picking him back up. That was, Koda and the girl both helping him up. Obviously him coming to the rescue and having everyone behind him as he steps forward. And then opening the pathway to Tenko, the 2 kids, as he's growing up. Number 42. Can't post. Oh, look at that. And then there's a picture I didn't even notice. Oh, wow. Everyone's there. I need to go back and check. I won't do it right now. I'll probably do it between episodes, but I need to go check with this notebook, see the notebook number. I wonder if it ends on 41, this is 42. Or if it ends, I feel like it ends much earlier, like in the 20s. And this might be like a little like wink, wink, nudge, nudge in the future. Like he keeps writing these if he survives. Or if he doesn't, like maybe somebody who, maybe his successor, right? Not literally, but whoever goes in his neck, in his stead, or even just someone who's inspired by him starts writing their own notebooks. There's so many things, right, this could be hinting at. They're all bittersweet. They're all bittersweet. I'm not going to go over the preview. This is too much Sakuga. I'm not going to survive. Okay, let's actually go through this episode. Right, the Toshinori's. Everyone sees such tender memories to call them an origin. Isn't that an interesting sentiment? An origin's supposed to be tragic, right? A tragic backstory. But I have so many tender memories. Now when I look back, they're so precious as they light the way. The present's so dark, but these fond memories that are shining in that darkness. Well, the recap here. Stain's really interesting, isn't he? He's really interesting. I really love how Stain is utilized by Horikoshi. Like, obviously, he appears in season 2, basically never again. He has his influence, but he doesn't actually appear himself. But what's interesting, what's significant is, like, he comes back in season 6. We see him in season 2, season 6, and season 8, right? That's it. One episode in season 6. And now, since he's dead, like, basically one episode in season 8. And then maybe 3 episodes in season 2. A teaser in season 1 if you really want to. But he's used so sparingly, right? Because that's where he's best. That's what he's best at. He's a precision instrument, right? He's a hammer and nail, a chisel, just slowly picking away. Every one of his scenes is memorable and is powerful and means something, because that's exactly his place in the story. There's no scene where it's like, oh, that was just some fun Stain, which is cool, why not? And I don't think anyone would complain. We love Stain, but despite that, to use him so sparingly, despite how beloved he is really powerful restraint on behalf of Horikoshi. Since that day, I rewrote my blood. This is cool. I'm not going to say that the criticism that All for One can basically pull out anything he needs is unfounded. I think that's a fair criticism to make. I don't think there's a way to avoid it. Obviously, Horikoshi can't give us like a laundry list of his powers, right? Like, that's ridiculous. But I like these things where he explains himself, right? Where there's a reason for it. Of course, he can change his blood because he can't leave a trace, because then that'll let them track him down. So that's a priority for him, things like blood. So having these explanations for these powers that come up as they need them, it seems ridiculous, but I think it's well done. I think it's difficult to do super well, but Horikoshi does it as well as you can reasonably expect to do it, right? Because if it makes sense, then it works. Man, it really shows how much Hercules was carrying, huh? He goes, All Might went through like 2 of those blasts away through like several blocks, and he was okay because he had the armor, but Stain's just out of it. Oh, I love this. The whole like destroyed world around him. And then there's Toshinori in the middle, All Might in the middle, and he's reaching out for him, trying to preserve it, trying to reach out for it. He gets crushed, and Hercules gives one final middle finger to All for One. Can't go beyond my ass. Excuse my French. In order to encourage myself. Yeah, the white space fading away to the reality. Very simple trick, but very effective. And I mentioned it in the episode, but what a face. He has some of the greatest faces in this episode, in these chapters. I mean, it makes sense. This is like his send-off, right? He's not dead yet, and whether he'll die or not depends to be seen, but for all intents and purposes, this is his send-off, right? This is his final fight. He's finished fighting. He's used everything he has. So this is his send-off in the Battle Shonen sense. And man, does Horikoshi give him everything he deserves and more. Like I mentioned in the episode, him crawling like Uraraka, just dragging your body, forcing yourself to move. Momo's mini strafe panzer with her shield. That's cool. She's got the shield and staff. It's reminiscent of season 2, right? During the tournament when it was all she could do to make one at a time, and now here she is. She's got massive weapons on both shoulders. She's got her shield. She's got her pike, and it's a halberd. Look at that! Like, she's grown so much. It's incredible. Defending everyone who's still working hard to try to keep it afloat. Incredible. I'm right here. Again, All For One being smart. I don't want Midoriya to interfere, so I'm just going to have Tomura come to me. But he says no. Don't interfere. This is my will. Brilliant. And there's that smirk that we know him so well for, right? No matter how young he gets, All For One is All For One. So he goes for plan B. Bring him to me. From the trailer, you better go save him. Man, this was like half an episode of just terror. And it really works so well, right? It doesn't feel like it's dragging on. It just really feels like the end of an era, like the episode title implies. It really feels like it's coming to an end. They sell it so well. I like this. This is a cool visual I don't see very much. The flashbacks are nothing new, obviously. Even the little boxes, like little TV screens, are nothing new. But I love the visual of them all like coming together to form Midoriya. All the memories that form your identity. It's really cool. And of course, being inspired by Midoriya one last time. Get a little peek at their fight. We never got to see fully. And then this. What an interesting detail, right? This insignificant creature with the exact same pose, the exact same defiant smile that the second Wielder had. In season 7, I remember everyone was saying like, oh wow, he looks just like Bakugo. Is he related to Bakugo? And like, oh, is that what this is trying to tell us? And I think they're kind of missing the point, right? Missing the forest for the trees. Plot relevance doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter if he's related to Bakugo, right? It doesn't matter if they have any actual connection. The reason All For One remembered the second Wielder when he was fighting against Bakugo was because the idea, right? The extras, the insignificant beetles with worthless powers that shouldn't be worth a second glance. Why are they making me pause? Why are they giving me trouble? Why am I still remembering these? It's that arrogance. And it goes back to what we talked about last time, right? Last time I was talking about how All For One and One For All, right? All For One and All Might. Their clash is one of legacy versus, well, continuation, really. Creating a greater myself and creating something greater than myself. And that's this, right? None of these individuals are significant. None of them mean anything. They're all nothing compared to me. But he's so busy looking at them, wondering why they gave him trouble, that he doesn't notice them silently pass the baton to the next. He doesn't see the legacy they carry on. Because he doesn't see legacy. He sees each individual separately as their own person, their own worth. That's why he can't let go. Toshinori's crazier than you are. Yeah. Too bad he didn't even get to call out Dynamite's name, his final little gadget he had here for Bakugo. But of course, All for One's already on it, and True Despair. Oh, God, I should not have jumped ahead to that. I jump scared myself there. Oh, his skin tears apart. He's such glee, such ecstasy, seeing a face of utter despair when all hope is gone. Yeah. He tries to freaking obliterate Topita, but his aim's off. Then he gets stuck there, and then we lose some real ones. I don't have a hat, but I'll give him a salute anyways. The Americans try and do what they can, just trying to do what they can, but it isn't enough. All around the world, people that he's helped, his mentors, watching helplessly. Even Deku reaches out. And then this. I was expecting something amazing for this reveal, but this is something else. This is not what I was expecting. I mean, the animation's great and all, like it's incredibly smooth, and it's not just the hard lines of the outline, it's everything, right? It's everything in the composition that just makes it stand out. And of course, them doing the titles, their memories all coming together into the card that he's holding. Incredible. God. They get so much, Bones gets so much love for the animation they put into the show. But it's not just the animation, as I've said. There's so much more to it, right? That glowing in his eyes, just the composition, the way they bring the manga panel to life without just trying to recreate it, doing something only anime can do. There's so much more to this than incredible animation. The way that his energy, the energy around his eyes turns into liquid like tears. They're molding with his tears. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. What an incredible episode. What a phenomenal episode. I could genuinely talk for hours about different things I love about My Hero Academia, about all the different things they bring up in each episode. I've got to keep these relatively short, ideally under an hour. But there's just so much. There's just so much in the show. That's one of the reasons why I really wanted to. One of the reasons why I really wanted to do this reaction, right? Why I wanted this to be my final. Why I wanted this to be my first like reaction series. Obviously, this isn't going to be the only reaction series I do. At some point in the future, probably while this is still going on, since it's obviously weekly, I'll probably look for another show, a show I haven't seen yet that I really should watch. I should have seen by now, whether it's like JJK, Dan Dan is a big one that's going on right now, so I might start watching that one. If you have an idea, something you'd like me to watch, you'd like me to catch up on so I can be here weekly, or something that has already aired that you want me to watch, catch up on, just let me know. I'd be glad to take it into consideration. But I really wanted My Hero Academia to be the start of it, because even though I haven't always been the biggest fan of My Hero Academia, I wouldn't even necessarily call myself a fan until I picked back up the manga, thanks to my little brother, in the lead up to season 7. I read the manga of season 6, then I watched the anime, and then I finished reading the manga, and then I watched season 7 as it came out. And ever since I started reading the manga, just completely changed the course of how I see My Hero Academia and really my life. It's affected so much of my life. It's such an incredible show, such a phenomenal story that Horikoshi's written. And it definitely deserves a lot of the criticism it gets. It's definitely not like one of the best anime of all time, one of the best stories of all time, but it's really good. It's really good. And I think once the anime is finished, a lot like Attack on Titan, I think a lot more people will realize just how good it is. Once they see the whole story and everything Horikoshi had planned for it. I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, I really wanted this to be like my first reaction series on here, just because of what it means to me and what it's done for me and just the impact it's had on my life. So being able to watch the show, even though I've already seen it before, even though it's not like a raw reaction, it's not like fresh. It's not a live reaction to a show I've never seen before, so there's not that wow element to it. I hope you enjoy this from the perspective of someone who loved the show and who's frankly looking for an excuse to talk about it and to talk about different parts I love about it. And I think watching these weekly, or it'll soon be weekly because now I'm basically caught up, I think is a great way for me to just talk through the different points I love about it as they come up in the show and as they come up in my mind. And I hope you enjoy this as much as I do. I'm really enjoying it. And I'm really looking forward to what's next. But that'll pretty much do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. I really hope you're looking forward to the next one as much as I am. But either way, I'll see you in the next one. Have a lovely rest of your day.